listen to me flow. 1, 2, 3, let me flow. Watch my show. Let's go. Book a Luther. Book a Luther. She took with the fire that from getting done. Yeah. Ooh, this is a long one. If y'all can't figure that song out, hit Brandon up, let him know. Then you know what I'm saying. If you get that right, we will send you a shirt. Because I thought it was saying sugar beets. It might be saying shaking trees. Could be saying some other shit that we don't even know. But we would like to know. Hit us up. But welcome. This is a new thing, I guess we're saying. It's called the Book of Luther. This is a trial run. We're going to see how it works. You know, I do like to do crazy stuff. I do like to talk about crazy stuff. I don't know. I feel like this is what I want to do. This is the lane I want to be in. And so that's why the first episode is about staying in your own fucking lane. We all get excited. We all have things we like to do. We have friends that do things too. But at the end of the day, you can't go to your friend and tell them what to do on the stuff that they're doing, especially if it's not your style. That's why we're saying, stay in your lane. So, I have a friend, and yeah, he is my friend. Friend that, you know what I'm saying, not best friend, but he's my friend. And we got into it the other day, and it didn't make me feel, you know, it didn't hold right on my heart. It did not hold right on my heart. Because I tried so hard to get away from the negative. And I've done it very well with that, you know, getting away from the negative. And really, he caught the tail end of somebody else's aggravation. But it was warranted. I did go crazy a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Caught cussing out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and let me explain myself. The reason why I cursed at him, because I was like, bro, no, you're not doing that. We have had times we've been on and stuff, and I mean, I'm cool with, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna like me. You ain't gonna like me. You ain't gonna like what I do. You ain't gonna like what I say. But you damn sure gonna respect me. And the respect was not there. He was talking over me, and he was, you know, saying, I was like, bro, I get it. You don't like when I talk on the thing, but it's not your show. It's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're a singer. You know what I'm saying? You're a singer, rapper, whatever. And he's quite good, too. Quite good. Do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I was saying. You know, you do that. Like, I'm not stepping into your boundaries, into your world. So, like, this, to me, this is my world. I don't step into yours, don't step into mine. And my thing is, if you step in there, bro, just be considerate that this is not, you know, like, this ain't your show. You know what I'm saying? This is like something that somebody else is doing, and you're just a guest. Now, granted, it's his and his roommate's studio business or whatever. So I was like, okay. Still not gonna change the fact that this right here was me and his roommate's thing. Yes, he was part of it at the beginning, but you get on one day, that's not part of that, you know. And the thing is like, I would love to have a segment with him because he is like so much younger than us. That now, yes, sometimes we will talk about stuff that he's not into. You know what I'm saying? Or like that's older than him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yes, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have anything to say on it. But I'm 47. I don't watch SpongeBob. So sorry, but I don't. That would have had no hold up in the things we were talking about because me and his roommate are like 47 years old and 45. I'm 47. He's 43 or 44. So we're older. He is 24. Like, yes. Like, this almost like two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but I respect the gap. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, my kid, my youngest kid is, 18. I got a 22-year-old. I got two 24-year-olds. And I think 32, 33-year-old. Yes. I started young, started really young. I don't take nothing from it because I love my baby to death. But when shit happens, And then you roll with the punches and you keep going. Well, back to this, I was like, bro, just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That is one thing you need to do. Stay in your lane. Now, since we have been on that, I was saying what I had to say. I'm not apologizing, but hey, bro, you already know we're good, but stay in your lane. All right, now back to another stay in your lane. I'm at work, and so I do also do stuff with the kids. And I'm working, I'm doing stuff, cooking up, and then this lady comes in, she was like, hey, are those your kids out there? I said, yes, ma'am. She's like, well, you need to tell them to. Well, what do they do? Well, they ain't done nothing yet, but I'm saying I can hear them over there talking. I said, okay. And she's like, are you going to say something to him? I blew the whistle. One time, and everybody got up. Everybody went into the room. The last one went in, Mr. Quake, and he grabbed the door, closed the door. She was like, why'd you do that? I said, were they bothering you? She's like, no. I said, well, undoubtedly they were because you came to me, and you see I'm in here cooking. And she was like, what you cooking? I said, I'm cooking for the kids. Oh, that's why they're all out there. Nope, but I'm cooking for them anyway. And she was like, oh, I guess I better stay in my lane. I looked at her, I said, no, you're good, ma'am, you're good. In my head, you goddamn right, stay in your lane. Leave my kids alone. Yes, they do get a little loud, but they're kids. They're not supposed to be grown-up. And that's crazy because grown-ups want them to act like grown-ups when they're around, like be quiet, sit here, act like you got some sense. But then when they start acting like they're grown, then you get mad. Why you always up here acting like you grown? Because you made me this way. So let me be a kid. Let me be a fucking Toys R Us kid. And then we won't have this problem. Staying in your lane. That's all I'm saying. ICE agents. Stay in your lane. And your lane should be anywhere but what you're doing. Because I've seen some dudes on ICE and they're the same people who they are picking up. The shame. I saw a couple of brothers over there. Y'all think I didn't see, but I seen you. I sure did. And if I would have heard a ooh-wee, don't even get me started. Because that's not what we do. That is not what we do. Oh, man. Can we give a shout-out, prayers for Mr. Watts? I think he passed today. Yeah. 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 What, man? See, if you don't know, hadn't heard this song, you're not from that fucking great state of Texas. Boy. Yeah, I like that. I love that man. And then we went hard. I had great tapes and everything. bro, y'all don't understand. I am on some other shit. I'm not. I might have a question. All right, this is what happened. Let me tell you a scenario. How do you? No, how do I put that? I need to reword that. Okay, let me tell you a story. How can I do it without him getting mad? See, okay, look. So it's Jamie. Jamie is with this lovely lady, Mallory. It's Jamie and Mallory. No, Jamie and Mallory. Jamie and Mallory. Jamie and Amanda. Anyway, Jamie and Mallory. They are together. They've been together for about 10 years. They done been through ups and downs, you know. Jamie was like, man, I'm trying to do everything that I can in my power to change, let her, you know what I'm saying? We had a rough 2-3 years at the beginning, and then it was just great. And then he said, all of a sudden, just one day, it was just like, boom. I was like, what you mean, boom? He said, like 6-7 months, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm working a lot, but we ain't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's like distance. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, shit, now, if I'm getting something, I got to do that. If not, shit, they looking at me, I was like, oh, damn. I said, oh, shit, well, you know what? I went through that same thing. He said, what happened? I was like, hell, I don't know, because I nipped that shit in the bud. And he was like, what'd you do? I said, I'm still going through it. And he was like, what? I was like, I said this right here. You only can control what you can control. And one thing you cannot control is a woman. I was like, because as soon as you think you have control, she'll show you she actually controlling you. And he was like, nah, bro. I was like, shit. She tell you when she wanna go somewhere? Yep. She tell you when y'all finna go to eat? Yep. I said, she tell you when you gonna do this and that? He's like, yeah. I said, okay, there you go. And what did you do? I let her do it. Okay. So you trained her to know that how to talk to you, and that's what she doing. You gonna answer. He's like, I just don't want no drama. I'm just the same way. I don't want no damn drama. I just want to chill. But he was like, the problem is, I think that somebody was, I was like, oh, why is that, bro? He was like, you know, it's weird, bro. It's weird stuff. You know, I was like, don't you say, did she flip the phone down on the face? Yeah. Oh, damn, let me see, let me take another one. When you walk over to that phone, be turned the other way, or she get that little lean. I said, yeah. And he was like, bro, why you know? I said, nope, I ain't talking to your girl. I said, but mine did the same thing, bro. And he's like, and I said, I was with mine for 20 plus. And he was like, oh man, what you do? I said, I didn't do shit. I said, because at the end of the day, you only can control what you can control. And that's it. Because one thing I've learned that men will, no, I ain't doing that, man, I ain't doing shit. But if you are, it always come out, bro. Like, you'll fuck up somewhere. I don't know why we do it, but y'all do. Women are very smart. Ain't nobody gonna know about it but them and the person that they was doing it with. Because they're starting to learn that your friends will snitch on your ass to get what you want. And they will. Like I told myself, man, my girl, I told her, your friends telling me what you do. So you take that for what you want to take it for. That's bullshit. No, they not. Okay. He's like, so what happened? I was like, shit, I confronted her about some stuff, and she was like, what? Yeah, you ain't got to say nothing. You just said it. I was like, all right, bet. I was like, of course, you know, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Oh, you was wrong? I wasn't right. But anyway, and he was like, oh, man, I said, no, so I'm telling you, you got to sit down and talk to your lady, bro. And he was like, what? I said, just sit down and talk to her. He comes back. Bro, all it was an argument. I was like, so therefore you already know. How fast did she get defensive? He's like, right off the bat, I said, and then who she blame? She blamed me. I was like, okay, there you go. He's like, but that ain't telling me. I said, who did she blame? He said, me. And then what she do? She left. Oh, yeah. Don't she stay over your house? Yeah. Okay, where'd she go? I don't know. said, boy, I'm like a mind reader, ain't I? He said, man, yeah. I said, I went through the same shit. But my thing was like, he said, what do I say? I just asked, I was like, well, what's going on? Nothing. Ain't nothing going on. Okay, well, in this many years, this ain't never happened. Now something happened. What's going on? Ain't nothing going on now. No. Okay, whatever. Kept on going. I said, so what? I said, bro, I'm telling you. She told you without telling you by saying what she said. He said, but that ain't always the truth. I said, okay, you right, it ain't. I said, but you need to put that in your head that could be what it is. All right, you know what I'm saying? A week or two go by, he come back. I said, hey, bro, what's up? He like, nah, he was straight, but you could tell something was different. I said, what's wrong, bro? He's like, nah, we split up. I was like, what? He said, we split up. I said, what happened? He said, she was cheating. I was like, And he said, but bro, check this. I said, it wasn't physical. He talking about what? I said, women don't always cheat with their body. They cheat with their mind. And I said, if she's emotionally talking to somebody else, like emotionally, like just, not in a physical way, I said, that's worse than being physical. Because physical, it's just a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Emotionally, you got to be in there. You got to be connected. So he said, so what should I have done? I said, you did the right thing. You walked away from a situation that you couldn't control. So if that is a go ahead, you know what I'm saying, a green flag, go. Yeah, it is. What you need to do is, I get what I need, put that back, and then go on with my business. I told him, I was like, well, look, now you see what I was saying. He's like, yeah. I said, I'll never tell you anything to make you try to dump anybody because I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I believe once you get with somebody, or at least marry. Once you get married, you marry. I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in that. Oh, well, we just can't. No, man, because if you got together on this premise, then you should be able to stay together on that same. When I start trying to make you cut your hair, change your look or your beard or your mustache and all that, bro, they're making you into what they like, not who you are. And I guarantee you, if you wearing all this stuff and she didn't fix you up, that's because of some man that she didn't say they look that good that they're going to put that stuff on, and that's why you look like him. So I'm like, what you do from there? Shit, move on. I have learned that you only can do so much, and it doesn't matter how people say, oh man, I saved them. No, you didn't, because she had in her mind what she wanted. So my thing is, if she let you back in the house and fast, oh yeah, she already got some ass. You know what I'm saying? And if she nice to you, then she probably really got some ass. And so you just gonna ride in there looking like a fool, smiling. And he just thought I was talking shit. And when it happened, and then when it happened, he was like, damn it. I was like, I don't want to be right. I hate being right. I was like, but I'm glad you were prepared to walk away. And he was like, yeah. Now, he did struggling good. You know what I'm saying? Straight, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, the girl, ladies, you can't expect a dude to understand everything that you say. Like you said, I want affection. What the fuck is that? Is it kissing? Is it holding? Is it squeezing? Is it holding hands? Is it walking together? Is it laying beside you? You know what I'm saying? Those are all forms of affection. Cuddling, if you ain't specific, then that's kind of fucked up, because if he don't do exactly what you think, and he don't know that because you ain't saying nothing. And if you say something, remember this, ladies, if you say this is what you need to open those ears, because if he tells you what he needs to, it needs to be a two-sided thing. It's not a one-sided thing. Y'all are not trophies. Y'all are not fucking be put on the pedestal so everybody can see and gawk. You can be, but I thought that was like a whole family thing, cooking, cleaning, you know what I'm saying? Mom gets to make sure the dad's straight, dad make sure he go outside and get his ass beat working hard. That's how I was raised anyway. And then I said, we can switch that up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, you go ahead. You make all that bread. I'm going to sit back here and chill. And I'm going to clean and cook and watch these kids. And I did. And it was great. Until it wasn't. But I was staying in my lane. That's what I knew that I was good at. And so I did what I was good at. Well, make a long story longer. I guess they reconciled everything. I guess they got back together. But I was proud of him because it was boundaries now. You know what I'm saying? Now he was like, I know you want to go out with your friends, but we're not doing that tonight. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what you talking? He said, that ain't what I want to do. And so I was like, all right. He said, all right. So I guess they did their little thing. But hold on, let me see something, y'all. Hey, y'all know what? I don't even. Yeah, we're not getting no sugar babies. We don't do that. We don't do sugar babies, bro. Look here. I don't know. This woman should talk shit. Don't do that, cause I don't play that. I don't play those games. I don't know what she doing. I don't play those games. That's like, tell her like 28 years. And yes, 28 years. Yes, it might be a little rocky sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But not enough to do that. Now, would I say the opposite? No, I think, do I think she would? Yes. Why? Because that's some slick shit. Like, I'm not saying all females are like that, but a lot of them, like, you know what I'm saying? You could be the nicest woman in the world, the cutest little thing in the world, and be the slickest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a key thing is, if you say something and then you really defensive real fast, oh yeah, guilty. I don't even think about it anymore. Like, you're guilty. What if you're wrong? I mean, I could be. I have known to be, but not a lot. Not with this anyway. If, you know what I'm saying, the kisses go away and, and she can easily not say she loves you. Bro, I don't know. Maybe that's just what it is. And so like I told him, sometimes you got to face the facts. That's just not what it's supposed to be. That's not where you're supposed to be. Well, maybe your lane is 3 lanes over. But I've been with this girl for so long. Okay, well, I mean, you want to be stupid or you want to be good? A little bit of both. I was like, oh, here we go. All right. You get back with her, look what happens. Whoop, whoop, just do it again. And the thing is, it's like, I get it, ladies, like y'all want to be that this, pampered and this and that. But what about the man? Like, are you pampering him? Are you touching him? Are you loving on him? Are you cuddling on him? You being affectionate to him? No, it's all about you. So, okay. Boo, do you, boo-boo? So, I'm one of those ones, old school. I'm like, I know they got all these freaky flip things and stuff, and you can do all this freaky stuff with. But I'm with you. I'm good. I don't need no help. And if you need help with me, you don't need me. Because I don't play those games. And yeah, I'm telling you, now, you do it yourself, you might as well go on about your business. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You can go on about your business. Why? Because if you do that, you'll cheat. You know what I'm saying? You will. Because if you can do that and your partner's right beside you and you can still do that, then you will cheat. Dudes, if you do that and your partner right there, you already saying you will cheat. And ladies, quit thinking just because y'all are ladies and these rules are supposed to be up. I don't know what y'all get these rules from. I hope you don't think a man don't think you will cheat. Even if you ugly as hell, yes, you will still cheat. I used to think that if you go and you do everything right and you do everything you're supposed to, there will not be a chance that your woman would walk out on you. The fuck? Women are sneaky to men. They'll be in your face, sitting right there by you, and been in slid and talked to the other dude, got the number, put it in the purse, in the phone, and gone in the bathroom texting, showing the cool cats. And you'll never know the difference. And when you find out and you say something, you know what she gonna do? Turn it around on you and say there's something you did. Why wouldn't have went there if we wouldn't have been doing this? Bitch, we was literally at the place together. So I'm just saying, like, we have to do better in relationships anyway. Because, ladies, there is no more one side where the ladies, you know, we take you out to sizzler. No. Because we know y'all will do some things. And fellas, if you do that, that's on you. I don't go into anything knowing that, oh, I got this. Nope. I don't trust nobody enough. If you're a woman, I trust you to be a lady. Which means if it's emotionally what you need, you'll find somebody else so fast and to be emotionally charged with them. And just when you start dipping off from your man, next thing you know, you're with that person. Well, I'm going to say this right here. If you got to go get emotionally charged with somebody else, just go with that person and then don't do that to that man, because he shouldn't do that to you either. Because if a man did it to you, he's a dog, he's a cheat, he's a fuck up, he done it. So what does that make you when you do it? And the thing is that they ain't gonna never admit to nothing. They never will. You know why? Because they like the little game. If you don't catch me, you can't prove it. Are you sure? Right? Can't prove it until your friends start telling. Because I told you, like I said before, the ones who tell are the ones who want what you got. You just never know. Luckily, I just don't trust nobody, because I was like, I already knew what time it was. He would say, hey, you think you'll go with you? I said, man, emotionally, probably. I was like, but I already knew from the jump that it wasn't going to be nothing to say it. Because I trust women to be women, and they ain't going to tell on themselves. So I was like, okay. And he's like, what do I do? I said, bro, tell you the truth. I said, do you think she's stepping out? He's like, yeah. I said, but you don't want to fight about it? He said, nah. I said, you got a bag? He said, yeah. I said, pack one. He said, what? I said, pack a bag. Yeah. I said, go to, you know what I'm saying, nearest little room. Yeah. I said, when we take her to? I said, no. I said, and you go and you check in and you stay there for 3 days. What? Just tell her, man, I need to do some thinking, because this is a bullshit. I don't feel right what's going on, and I just need to be away from you for a couple days. All right. See, she gonna get mad. Already, check that phone. I guarantee you she already on the phone with somebody. After that, it is what it is. So my thing is, once you can walk away easily, or she can flip on you, and you can be like happy and mad at you, and then, you know what I'm saying, you know, just doing little things like the phone and, you know what I'm saying, like stuff that they'll push you on. Okay, so here's an example. Y'all, I never went anywhere. Nowhere. Up under, just in-house. I saw her going across the street. She started tripping. I gotta go. Where you going? I'm going to get something. Yeah, okay. It'll take 45 minutes to an hour? No, I don't do that. Why? Because I know. I go. She goes, you better quit trying to claim me doing it. I was like, okay. But I knew from the jump, if you have to like get out of the fence like that, yes, you're hiding something. Why? Because I'm not stupid. I mean, I used to sell drugs and motherfucker lie to you by giving you money. So, yes, I'm telling you, I know you lie. And then, oh, baby, she got pissed. Didn't talk to a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing me, you know, so I'm like, okay, that makes it even better. That's more present. And he said, so what do I do? I said, man, it's like this right here. I'm gonna tell you because I ain't gonna be just short shit you. I was like, I stayed because I you know what I'm saying, my kids were there, you know what I'm saying? But I knew I had a belly, you know what I'm saying, a comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like if I left there, oh yeah, it's all good. You gonna get, yeah, I'm gonna be straight. But I didn't want to do that. And I wanted to give a benefit of that, hey, it's not like that. It always comes out one day, one way or the other. And I was just telling, I was like, look, all I'm saying is that if it's like that, you know what I'm saying, find your thing, let me know, because I didn't spend 28 years here. I'm not going to spend another one. Come to needs to say, you know what I'm saying, still ain't admit that, you know what I'm saying, still, I'm the wrong one. So I was like, you know what, cool. He's like, you a fool. I said, I could be. Then I showed him this paper, and I showed him that number, and I was like, I'm a fool, but not then. And he was like, oh, sure. I said, yeah. So I'm just waiting. He's like, oh, that's cool. Well, mine ain't got that. I was like, so I'm telling you what to do. He walked in, he talked to her, he caught me. He said, hey, bro, put on the phone, bro. I said, what's up, girl? She, what's that? I said, you know, he saw you over there the other day. He said, what? I said, yeah, we were riding. She said, oh, damn. Told him, she said, hey, look, this what happened. We ain't see her nowhere. But she told herself anyway. Y'all, I had to grab that food. He was finna punch her and stuff. I was like, no, we don't do that though, bro. We can't do that, cutting. Nope. Nah, not on duty. Not on duty. So I took him and we went outside. He was like, bro, I can't believe this shit. I was like, it hurt, don't it? He said, yeah. And I was like, this is why I kept telling my wife I won't cheat, because I know how that feels. Didn't believe me. But I already knew if you go through my phone, you going through my shit, guess what? If you doing that, it's a reason. Because I can put that on the wood. I ain't never went through the phone. Now, I have opened it just to see if you would change the code. And yes, change code. I was like, okay, but somebody told me to do that. And it was heartbreaking, because they said if you do that and change code, that's telling you already that it's not anything nice that you supposed to see. I'm like, okay. So then I tried it again. By God's grace, I looked up and figured it out. Bro, that one first changed the next day. Then I went on my phone and found some all kind of crazy shit. So I was like, all right, well, I know I'm not trusted. So I'm like, if you don't trust me, why are you with me? I still ain't got that answer. But I'm still here, yeah. And some people can say, yeah, that's stupid. Yes, glutton for punishment, I guess. But like I told him, if that what I think is right, then it'll reveal itself later on anyway. And if it reveals itself later on, it's going to be worse, because then I'm going to go stupid crazy. Now I want more. I want this. I want that. Yeah, why? Because you did that. See, you know, and I don't know where they get this from. You know, they was like, well, some people just don't like, for 20 plus years you did, and all of a sudden, bam, you don't. No, that shit doesn't happen. That's not even on TV in the movies. So yes, it is what it is. I'm going to say what I say. And so he was like, bro, I appreciate it. I was like, that's nothing I wanted to do, because I know I'm finna be in that boat. He said, you think so? I said, I know so. But I got a cushion, so I'm not tripping. He was like, I said, I do. I was like, well, let him go too. Because if you have to go and find somebody else when you already got something, then it ain't like that. I said, well, it was because he did this. No. You went because you went. You went because that's what you would have done anyway. You went because you know what I'm saying? So like, no, don't. I hate when people blame that shit on other people. I did this because you did this. No, you did that because you wanted to do that. And I just gave you my shit gave you an excuse to do it. You would have did it regardless. And so I'm like, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I said, but no, that's something you got to do. You got to make that decision. You know, can't nobody make that decision but you. And sure enough, he was like, you know, yeah, I think I need to move around. He said, it's not healthy for me. He's like, shit, you need to move around. It ain't healthy for you. I said, I know. I said, but I got to make sure everything's in place. And then when it's all in place and you think that, oh, I got over on them. Wapakateo. No, you did not. And you're going to give me some bread. So I'm like, I win. But I also lose because I'm going to still be hurt. So, I mean, I really wish I wasn't recording this and it was live so I could tell, like, ask you that. It's like, why do you think that it's okay for you to do things like this but not okay for him? Because, yeah, we both walk with two legs, you know what I'm saying? And to me, I'm going to say it like this because it's going to sound nasty. Women, they just cheating on that man. You would let another motherfucker penetrate you when he had been with somebody else and then came in the puppy up in you and then you going to go home to your husband. You's a hoe. Because if a man was that, he's a nasty motherfucker. I'll tell him that. But then, my thing is this right here. I'm asking this question. If I have to go cheat, why do you have to cheat? If you're not happy enough to go cheat, then you should just say that to that person and then leave. That is fucking stupid. That is selfish. And any bad word, any word they can call you makes it true because that's what you did. I know I'm probably not going to be the best loved out of that one if anybody see this, but I was like, man, we have to stop hurting each other. Men, you're kings, women, you're queens. Make that mean something. Stand for something. Nobody's perfect, women. So don't think you're finding a perfect man because it's not a perfect man. Men, I bet not see you say that your woman perfect because I guarantee you she not. I'll count out 5 to 10 flaws if I walk by. So with that being said, like, nobody's perfect. Why are we trying to live this perfect life? You can't have the perfect relationship with the perfect person on a perfect day with a perfect snack. Why? Because that shit is not true. Nothing is perfect. You're going to go somewhere else. You're probably going to go to the park with a nice snack and, you know what I'm saying, get your couple kisses in and hope that she don't see her ex or somebody she won't now. And these days, bro, you can lose your girl to a girl better than faster than you can leave it to a man. So I'm like, shit, I don't even know what to say on that one. Can't find no girl, bro. But it sure does suck if you find out that the girl took your girl. I'm like, well, shit, I guess she eat ass better than I eat ass, so go ahead. Let her blow bubbles in your booty. But don't ever think, ladies, that because you get mad at a man and blow up at him and you treat him like shit because he asked you a question that doesn't make him still think. That makes him think worse. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't never think that you say, oh, I got this nigga wrapped around my finger. You never do. When you got him wrapped around your finger and he see what he see, that motherfucker gonna unravel so fast and it's gonna bounce the opposite direction and then you gonna say, hey, that's my spot. No, your spot is gone. So don't do it. It's stupid. It is literally stupid. Or just appreciate the man you got. How about that? And if it's some flaws, fucking know that just because you can tell, hey, you can count out his flaws, guess what? If you can count out his, then you know you got them too. But see, the thing is that because it's a pride thing that it's okay for women to cheat on that man because he probably cheated on her sometime somewhere else, or he probably did it, you know what I'm saying? No, you just said he probably. So if you don't know, right there it shows you that they already cheated because they already saying what they think you did or hope you did because now whatever I did is warranted. That's why I've been cheating. You ain't cheating nothing because I told everybody that you would do this. And now you made me right in front of everybody. Sorry, y'all. I don't know. I've been married for 28 years and I still say the same thing. If you walk with two legs, you can cheat. If you have a mouth, you can lie. If you have a brain, you can think of a good lie. So I don't care if you're a woman or a man. You are capable of doing wrong. I don't know where that got lost. But then again, if you think about it, Eve took the bite of the apple. She wasn't supposed to. She did it first. Then Adam did it. Who's likely to cheat first? The one with more free time. So fellas, quit taking this game they play. As soon as you know that when the how do you say this? When the finger starts pointing at you, already know that whatever you're thinking is probably right. Now, yes, you're gonna have to argue. Yes, you're gonna have to fight, squabble, and all this crazy talk. But that by doing all of that, it's like saying exactly what you need. You know what I'm saying? Because you ask, are you doing this? You ain't got to say that because the attitude, to getting mad, to throwing a fit so she can leave back, she's telling you, yes, I'm doing this. Yes, it is a hard pill to swallow. Yes, you do feel bad. But I'm telling you, I don't care if you see her in that room, she still ain't going to, say that it was like, that's what it was. So I told him, I was like, bro, you did the best thing you could do. Now, he said, I wish I would have took his advice. But right now, he doing good. Got him a new one. Got him a nice truck. Doing his thing. You know where she at? At the crib with the mamas. And all because he smartened up. You ain't got to be mean with it, but I'm just telling you what happens. I was supposed to go on TikTok, but I did not. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I did not chill. But I did want to get this one out. Like, ladies, be careful when you point those fingers. Because I guarantee you, like, if he come to you and he say, hey, you did this and you did this, so-and-so said so. I know y'all not going to do it. I mean, so ain't even no reason for me to play this game, but, like, try to be honest. Because what are we doing? Like, we just going to go back and forth? If that's the case, then I think the dude's going to win. They're going to weld y'all asses together. But, I work with, like I said, I work with a lot of kids, so, they got their little boyfriend, girlfriends, and it's so bad when these girls be like, he a dog, he this, he that. I say, what'd he do? Nothing, but I know he a dog because all niggas are dogs. I was like, yep, that's what we wrong at. Where you learn that from? Yeah, mama? Yep. I said, I thought so. Where you that at? Oh, he live in Memphis. Oh, there we go. There we go. I tell him, it's always a something somewhere. Like, y'all, I can tell y'all the truth. Like, for me, like, I have two kids who are not by my wife. When we started dating, like, we broke up every other week. I got tired of that, so every time we broke up, I got mad as hell, and I'm gonna go do something to make me feel better. I did the wrong things to make me feel better, but at the end of the day, still, facts remains the same. We were broken up. Was it right to do it? No, but we were broken up. And my thing just happened to pop a baby every time. Bam! Oh, got it. Bam! I got it. I said, you know what? We need to take these motherfuckers out. Throw these in the trash. They are defective because they are shooting babies like bullets. Mind you, I was not supposed to have kids because one of them was damaged. But them motherfuckers shit like Tommy guns. One side worked. So I don't know, man. It makes me mad because you do have some sorry dudes and their girls cheat on them. They deserve it because, they might not cheat on her, but they cheated on some other girl. But then you have some dudes who actually don't do it, but they like to have fun, and then you blame them for doing it because you're doing it. This is how people get shot. This is how people get, I'm just saying, this is how people get shot. Like, why does it have to be a greedy thing? If you want to go somewhere else, women, if you're emotionally with somebody else, then you need to fucking stand up and be a woman about that shit. because y'all expect a man to do it. Shit, vice versa. Man, if you out here doing stupid shit and she actually catch you, then you need to man up to that shit. I guarantee you the man will man up before the woman. I'm just saying, I know for a fact. Trust me, I know. So, you take it how you want it. That was my book today. It was a little test of first run. If you like the conversation, all right. I guarantee you I'm going to get it more, stable, staggered, and looking good. It's just going to take a minute. We also do the we can't agree on anything. You hear the bell. So that means it's time to go. Off the show. On we go. Be honest. Because that shit will set you free. Because you got to understand, if you are not being honest, then you are being just as wrong because you're locking down somebody that you don't want. And if you want them, you're wrong to want them and want that too when you can get what you get from one. So don't be a greedy bitch. Be a happy one. Peace. Watch go. Hey, it's me. Go by big heavy now. I look back, heavy. Go through that like an IV. It's good in the hood. Knock on that wood. Love this game.